Good evening. This is my first time doing something like this. I didn't think that I would ever do anything like this, but here I am. Definitely bear with me with this being my first video. I'm not a professional at this. I don't have the resources or the funds to make it professional. I'm just on here just talking. I hope that you stay for the whole video. If not, I definitely understand. I'm gonna start off by saying this. Bear with me as far as my facial expressions or the way that I blink or smile or anything like that. I had came down with Bell's palsy around 2019, so if you see any kind of defects in my face or in my laugh or the way I blink or anything like that, that's the reason why. I'm not on any kind of drugs or drunk or anything like that. I'm still suffering from the Bell's palsy. My face is not fully corrected from that, but I just wanted to put that out there. First off, let me say hello. My name is Jared Robinson. I am from Oklahoma City. I am 40 years old. My birthday was June 11th. So I'm, just celebrated my 40th birthday, which was not a good birthday for me at all. Actually, it was the worst birthday for me that I've ever had in my life. Again, bear with me. I'm just talking. You can watch it or not. I understand it's not entertaining. I know I don't have anything going on in my background to make it entertaining, but this is me. This is my life as a result of my actions that I have done. Let's get on into the nitty-gritty. First, I'm going to start by saying this. If you have any problems in your relationship or your marriage, please, I'm begging you from the bottom of my heart, please work that out. In the end, you will not be happy. Again, this is my life. This is the truck that I live in. I'm not worried about putting them out there, and yes, we are hiring. I just want to put that out there too. But this is my life. I am living out of my 18-wheeler as a result of what I did in my marriage. I definitely stepped out. Regardless of what the reason was, the way that I went about it was not how it was supposed to be done. I continued to talk to her. Not going to put any names out there. I continued to talk to her and told my wife that I was not going to talk to her again. I was too caught up in that particular individual. I was so caught up in that particular individual that it led to my marriage being in shambles. As a result, I now have nothing. I have no home. I have no car. I have a job, thank God. But again, that's my house. This is where I've been living out of probably the last 2 or 3 weeks. Trust me when I say, you do not want to mess up your marriage. I don't want to see any of you young black men or any of you young black women in the same position that I'm in right now. I'm not going to make this video very long. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet and simple, especially because it's my first video and I don't know how many views I'll get from this. Not really too much worried about the views. Honestly, I'm making this video to hopefully help someone make a change in their lives. Hopefully help someone in their marriage. Definitely do not do the things that I've done. Me and my wife, because we're still married, we're not divorced yet, but my wife and I have been, might as well say, together since 2009. Even though we weren't in a relationship the whole time, we were always around each other. We never stopped talking to each other. We talked to each other every day for the last 16 years, and we've been rocking for 17 years. And the reason why I say the last 16 years is because within this last year, we have not talked every day. Honestly, I haven't really just had a good conversation with my wife in the last probably week and a half, and the last conversation that we had was not really good. I pushed her to the point that she wants nothing to do with me anymore because I was hurting, and I just wanted to hurt others because I was hurting. That's not the way you go about life. Honestly, if you really want someone, you fight for them. You fight for what you want. You don't just give up because your wife or your husband isn't doing what you think that they should be doing, or what you feel that they should be doing, or because you don't feel the love from them, you go and look for it with someone else. That's not what you do. I understand it gets hard in a marriage. Trust me. I'm going to say this one more time. This is my reality. This is my truck that I am living out of. And I'm sorry to put, the company out there like that. Hopefully I don't get any kind of repercussions for it or anything, but I'm making this just to pretty much say, do what you need to do in a marriage. If you don't do what you need to do in a marriage, trust and believe you will regret it. I can almost promise you will regret it. I will flip it and try to be, I guess you could say, quote unquote, devil's advocate and say, I understand in some marriages it can't be worked out. I understand some marriages you get burnt out and you just don't want to be with that person anymore. I get the cheating, I get the lying, because I am that. I cheated, I lied, I talked bad about my wife, put her down and made her feel like she was beneath the earth. And that's not what that woman deserves. Honestly, that's not what any woman deserves. I don't give a damn how bad they mistreat you or mistreat the kids or whatever. No one on this earth deserves to be put down, because you really don't know what that person is really going through with their physical traumas in their life. Everything that they could be going through probably could be stemmed from their past, just like me. I had a really, really hard upbringing. It may not seem that way to certain people that may come across this video, but trust me when I say, as I was growing up, I did not have an easy life. I was not shown love. My dad left me when I was 7. He tried to show back up when I was 17. I resented it, and he ended up passing when I was 21, and I didn't know anything about him passing. I found out from some people on the completely other side of the family that he passed on the day of his funeral. Trust and believe that scarred me. But, even looking at things from my high school days and elementary and just being moved around from school to school and, end up in a school and it kind of still feels like you're not accepted, or everybody just wants to talk about you or try to put you in situations to get you in trouble, and you trying to do your best to stay out of trouble, then you get labeled excuse my language, then you get labeled a bitch or a bitch nigga, because you're not defending yourself. And I couldn't defend myself because a lot of people don't know I was facing jail time to the age of 21. And a lot of this was going on when I was 16 years old. So imagine being in jail from 16 to 21. You're in juvenile court from 16 to 18 years old. 12 o'clock midnight of your birthday, which my birthday is June 11th, 1986. At 12 o'clock midnight on June 11th, 2003, they would have came and got me, and I would be in jail until 21 years old. It's a long time to be in jail, especially Oklahoma County jail, because that jail ain't no joke. But I chose a different route, and as a result, a lot of anger, mistrust, and guilt stemmed from that. There was fights that I could not act on like how I wanted to. There was words said that I could not say back that I wanted to, because I didn't want to face jail time and be in there until I was 21, so I took the bigger route. I say some of these things to say this. Your past can definitely haunt your future. It can definitely affect your future. If you carry your past into your adulthood, trust and believe it will affect your life. Again, I know. I hate to keep showing y'all this stuff, but this is my life. This is my reality. I'm living out of my truck and staying at hotels and getting Uber rides everywhere that I need to get to. Do you know how expensive that is? When you paying $250 a week for a hotel, and then on top of that, between Uber rides to where you need to go, that's probably another $100. That's $350 gone out of your check every week. That's a lot, regardless of how much you make. $350 for a person like me is a lot. It may not be to some of y'all, but it's a lot to me. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this short because I don't want to keep wasting y'all's time. But if you made it this far, I definitely appreciate you for listening to me. I have so much more to talk about and so much more that I want to say, and I figure maybe I can just use this platform to try to help people out. And if it doesn't help anyone out, then I'm sorry. And if it does help people out, then I pray for you, and I pray that things get right for you as far as your relationship, your marriage, your walk with God, your walk within yourself. And if anything, I'm just going to ask to never give up on yourself like how I did. Because trust and believe, it's not good. I appreciate y'all's time, and I thank y'all.